Hi everyone, we are going to make this cute little star key ring. And of course, if you don't want the key ring part, you don't have to attach the key ring. And to do this, we are just going to be using some acrylic yarn, which is just a medium weight, a number 4 in size. And I'm using Retro Stripes Red Heart, and I'm using a size 4.00 millimeter crochet hook, a number 7. And then you're going to need a key ring and then a yarn needle. And to begin, we want to start with a slip knot. And this is how I do my slip knot. This is our working yarn from the skein. This is our tail. I just have them together. And then at the top I have that loop. I just put my fingers in the loop, I twist it, and then I grab that working yarn and pull it through to create a loop. And there's my slip knot. I'm going to insert my crochet hook, pull that working yarn so my loop on my hook is not so big. And now we want to chain 5. You're going to chain 5 and join to create a ring or a circle. I like to do it a different way, so if you want to do it the way I like to do it, you can. If not, you can just chain 5 and join. So I like to do it this way to prevent myself having to weave in my tail in. So I put my tail over my crochet hook, and now I have 2 loops on my crochet hook. I'm going to yarn over and go through both of those loops. And that's 1, and I'm going to do that again. My tail over my hook. I have 2 loops there. I'm going to yarn over and go through both of those. That's 2, and again. This is 3. This is 4. And this is 5. And now I want to join with a slip stitch to that first chain that we did. So I'm just going to go ahead, whoops, and join with a slip stitch. So if you didn't do it this way, that's okay. You just do a chain of 5 and then join with a slip stitch to the first chain to create a ring. And now you're going to chain 1, and then in the center of that ring that you created, you're going to work 8 half double crochets. So yarn over, insert your hook in the center, yarn over, bring that through and up. You have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and go through all 3 loops. And that's your half double crochet. And we want a total of 8. So that was 1. This is 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7, and number 8. And then once you've done your 8, you're going to go ahead and join with a slip stitch to that first half double crochet that you created. And now what we want to do for round 2 is we're going to chain 1, and now we're going to work 15 spike stitches around this entire circle. So a spike stitch is like a single crochet, except usually you're going into a row below. So we're going to insert our crochet hook into the center of that circle. So we're going to be working over the stitches that we just did. So insert your hook, yarn over, bring that yarn through that circle and all the way up to the current height of the row that we're working. Yarn over and go through both of those loops. And that's your spike stitch. So we just did 1 spike stitch, and we want to do 15 total spike stitches. So that was 1. So again, insert your hook in the center, yarn over, bring that yarn through and all the way up to the current height, yarn over and go through both of those loops. That's 2, and again. So 3. This is 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. And if you have to slide it over, you can. 12. 13. 14. And 15. And now what we want to do is join with the slip stitch to that first spike stitch that we did in the beginning there. But you want to make sure that you have a total of 15 stitches. So you definitely want to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Perfect. So join with a slip stitch to that first one. And now you're going to chain 1, single crochet into that same joining stitch. Let me just pull some yarn from my skein real quick. And then in the next stitch, we're going to work a half a double crochet. And now we're going to work a double crochet in the same stitch. So we just did a half double crochet and a double crochet all into the same stitch. Now we're going to chain 2, 1, 2. And now what we want to do is work a puff stitch into that second chain from our hook. So I like to do my puff stitches a little different. I insert my crochet hook into that second chain from hook, yarn over, bring that yarn through and up, and now I have 2 loops on my hook. And now I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook into that same chain, yarn over, bring that yarn through and up. Now I have 4 loops on my hook. I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook into that same chain, yarn over, bring that through and up, and now you have 6 loops on your hook. And you're going to yarn over and go through all 6 loops. And now we're going to work a linked double crochet. So if you're looking at your last double crochet right here, you'll see this here horizontal bar. You're going to put your crochet hook underneath that horizontal bar. You're going to yarn over, bring that yarn through and up. So that counts as you're yarning over before you create your double crochet. And now you're just going to insert your crochet hook into the next stitch, yarn over, bring that through and up, and then complete your double crochet. And then you can push that little puff stitch out if you have to. And then we're going to work a half double crochet into that same stitch that we just worked our linked double crochet into. And now in the next stitch, we're just going to work a single crochet. And there's our first little point of our star. And now we're going to repeat that. So in the next stitch, we're going to do a half double crochet. And we're going to do a double crochet as well. And again, we're going to chain 2, 1, 2. In that second chain from our hook, we're going to work our puff stitch. Insert your hook, yarn over, bring that through and up. You have 2 loops on your hook. yarn over, insert your hook into that same chain, yarn over, bring that through and up. You have 4 loops, yarn over, insert your hook into that same chain, yarn over, bring it through and up. You now have 6 loops on your hook, yarn over, go through all 6 loops. And now we're going to do our linked double crochet. So we're going to insert our hook under that horizontal bar of the last double crochet, yarn over, bring that through. And then we're going to insert our hook into the next stitch, yarn over, bring that through and up. And now we're going to complete this double crochet by yarning over, going through 2, yarning over, going through 2. And now we're going to work a half double crochet into that same stitch that we just worked our linked double crochet into. And then single crochet into the next one. And there's our second one. And again, we're going to work a half double crochet into the next one, a double crochet into the same stitch that we just did our half, chain 2, 1, 2, and again in that second chain from our hook, we're going to work our puff stitch. Insert your hook, yarn over, bring that through and up, yarn over, insert your hook in that same stitch or chain, 4 loops, yarn over, insert your hook into that same chain, yarn over, bring it through and up. You have 6 loops, yarn over, go through all 6 loops. And again, we're going to work that linked double crochet. So insert your hook underneath that horizontal bar, yarn over, bring that through, and then go ahead and insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, and bring that up. You have 3 loops on your hook, and complete that double crochet by yarning over, going through 2, yarning over, going through the last 2. And then make your half double crochet into that same stitch that you just worked into. And then work a single crochet into the next one. So there's our 3. And then in the next one, we're going to do the same thing. Half double crochet, a double crochet, chain 2, and then in that second chain from our hook, we're going to work our puff stitch, 2, 3, yarning over, going through all of those. Then we want to work that linked double crochet. When we do the linked double crochet, it prevents that big like hole, that big gap. From after when we do that puff stitch. It just makes it look nicer. And then our half double crochet. And then our single into the next stitch. And then in the next one, a half double crochet, a double, our chain 2, and then our puff stitch, so that's 4, and again, now we have 6 loops. We're going to yarn over, go through all 6 loops, and then we're going to work our linked double crochet, And then we're going to work our half double crochet in that same stitch. I like to push those little puffs over forward. Okay. And now we're gonna, that was it. And now what we want to do is join with a slip stitch to that first single crochet that we did, but we're gonna do it from the back so it looks nicer. So what you're gonna do is put your working yarn behind, insert your crochet hook from the back to the front into that first single crochet, turn your work, grab that loop, and pull it through to the back, just like that. And then go ahead and pull your working yarn so that loop's not so big. And then take your scissors and snip that. Make sure you leave a long enough tail to sew your key ring on and to weave in your ends. And then go ahead and grab that and pull it through. And I worked this beginning tail, so I'm just going to pull it a little bit and snip it so it's out of my way while we're doing the last little part. So we just did our join there. There's our cute little star. So if you didn't want a key ring, you could just weave in your ends and have your little star like that. Otherwise, you take your little tail end, and this is how I do my key ring. Just thread my yarn needle, and I work my way over here. And I'm working to the top of that point. And I try to do it in the center there. So I think right here is going to be okay. So I get to the top, and then I grab my key ring. And this key ring I just got off of Amazon. So I put my needle through there, and then I'm just going to go ahead and come back through. Like this. Kind of hold it. And then just work my way back down. Once I get down here to the base, I kind of go in there. And I like to do like a zigzag pattern, so I go this direction. And then I'm going to go back in the opposite direction. I want to make sure and go over a loop. And then I go back in the opposite direction again one more time. I like to do it in threes. That way it feels a little more secure, I feel. And then I just take that and snip it off. As close as I can. And there's our beautiful little key ring. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching.